a standing position. We're going to be doing yoga practice for the first time. So last time we had done joint movements, we done meditation, and we done breathing. And now we're actually going to start feeling the effects of the prana flow throughout the body. So we'll start in Tadasana, which is mountain pose. You can keep your feet just with hip width distance apart. Keep your hands active to your sides. Let's correct our posture by rolling back the shoulders, tucking the tailbone, keeping the spine straight, keeping your chin parallel to the ground, activating your core, and reducing any gap in your lower back. Often we have a tendency to stick out from the top and slouch our shoulders. So we need to open the chest, tuck the tailbone. This is our correct position of Tadasana. You'll ultimately feel grounding coming up from the feet. With the straight spine, you'll feel the energy channeling through your nervous system and your mind much more clearly. So enjoy that, be present. Take one deep breath in this pose. Alright, the next pose is tree pose. Naturally, a tree is known for stabilizing and being firmly rooted into the ground. With your left leg, you will keep your left knee straight. You can take your right ankle and raise your heel on top of the left shin bone. Now I'm showing 3 levels which you can do depending on your abilities. If you have trouble with balance, you can use the support of your big toe on the ground. If you're able to release that toe, you can raise it up halfway onto the knee point. Make sure to open this knee all the way and feel that hip and glutes opening up. And if this is still easy for you, with the help of your hand, you can take your foot and place it on the upper inner thigh firmly, and perhaps you don't need your hand, you can leave your hand. You can take your hands on your hips to help for stabilizing. And some of you that don't require your hands on your hips can even take your hands in Pranam Asana. Great. So we're taking Vruksh Asana. We're engaging the left leg muscles. We're going to inhale and raise our arms up. Whichever part of the leg you're balancing, everyone can raise their arms. Try to keep your elbows straight and focus on your breathing. Breathing is the secret to balance. With even breath brings even body. Keep opening your shoulders and extending your arms in line with your ears. Elbows should be as straight as possible and your palms should be in a complete namaskar, all 5 fingers touching. Slowly releasing your hands back to the hips and gracefully exiting this pose without falling over. It's very important to be stable and in control while entering as well as exiting. So let's take a deep breath and focus on releasing the right leg back down on the mat. Now we'll repeat on the other side. Taking your left heel up for level 1, or bringing it up towards the knee for level 2. Then taking the ankle and raising it all the way up the inner thigh of the right leg. Bringing your hands in namaskar. Inhaling, raising your palms above your head. And lengthening your spine, keeping your balance. Breathing deeply. Find your concentrated point. Perhaps you need to gaze at something on the wall in front of you. That focal point can help you stabilize as well. Relaxing your hands back to the hips. Releasing your left leg slowly with control. Lovely. And you can release your hands. Let's widen our legs 4 feet and keeping the toes pointing straight forward. Bringing your hands to your hips. The next pose is called Prasarita Padottanasana. It's a wide-legged forward fold. This is especially beneficial for your immune system. You're going to keep your hands on your hips and lengthen your spine, looking up. As you exhale, we're going to bend forward. Keep your knees locked. Our back is straight. Excellent. Now, some of you might not be able to keep a straight back. So you're going to stop right here and reduce the bend. Keep your back straight. That's as far as you should go. Now, those of you that are able to keep your knees straight and your back straight, you can go a little deeper in this pose, bending all the way. Release your hands and place them in the same line as your feet, or perhaps your fingertips if they are touching the ground. Bend completely and see how low you can go, and exhale as you condense and contract your chest. Feel the stretch in the hamstrings. And breathe deeply through the chest. You should hear the sound of your breathing. Raising your hands back to your hips. Inhaling all the way back up slowly. Feeling every vertebrae in the spine. Releasing your hands. Lovely. Turning to the left side. Pivoting your toes towards the left. Now, we're going to bend our left knee into agni-excess. Our back leg is straight completely and our foot is inwards at a 45-degree angle. Our hips are turned all the way to the left side. Now we're going to raise our hands up, straight above our head, and stay rooted through your feet. Both of your feet should be flat on the mat. Remember, we're grounding today. Lowering your palms in front of your chest. Straightening your arms out in front of you. The next addition, the layer to this pose, we're going to do an eagle arms. Taking your left arm across your right arm. Then trying to wrap your arms around each other. You can see if you can bring your palms together. If not, you can still hold on wherever you are. Now, we are in an agni-excess Garudasana variation. So you can feel that our whole body is in a bind. We're rooted and we're channeling our energy within, because when we bind our hands, we don't allow the energy to leave the body, so it's staying within us. Almost like a water circuit. If you touch two sides of a wire, it creates electricity. So our bodies are made up 75% of water. So when we touch the ends, we're creating electricity within ourselves. So feel charged and breathe. Finally, you can release. I know your leg must be tired. You can straighten your left leg. And you can open that right leg and bring your left foot in a 45-degree angle. Open your arms out. Alright. Look to the right. Bring both your hands to the right side. Keep your back leg straight. And see if you can come a little bit lower. On this side, what we're going to do is bring our hands behind our back. Interlace the fingers. Bring your hands behind your head. And open your elbows as wide as you can as you raise your heart up to the sky. Lifting the heart, squeeze, trying to align your shoulder blades with the heart. Feeling the opening of the back and slightly arching the spine and lowering your head. Make sure you stay balanced and stay rooted. So you can see how my arms are. Exhale. One more breath here. Finally, you can release your hands and relax that right knee. Bring your toes back towards the front. Lovely. You're going to now step your both feet together about 2 feet apart. Take your palms in pranam and we're going to sit in a yogi squat. Now, yoga squat is very different than a traditional gym squat. All you need to do is lower your hips down, bend your knees, and see if you can come into a complete comfortable position. Some of you might have ankle rigidity and you might be a little tighter in the hips, so you might not be able to go so low. That's fine. Wherever you are, it's beneficial for you. Some of you might have to raise your heels up. Now this just makes the pose even more challenging, and you're actually going to start strengthening your calf and quadriceps. So it's not wrong what you're doing, it's just another variation. The correct complete malasana is all the way down, comfortably seated. Now we're really rooting our Muladhara chakra, our root chakra, down into the earth, and we're really feeling humble in this pose, so embrace it as we open our hips. Take an exhalation. Now we can sit down comfortably on the ground. Bring the soles of our feet together in Baddha Konasana, butterfly. Try to bring your knees down towards the mat. Gently with your palms, telling your legs to relax, hip flexors to open. Even if you're here, just be proud of wherever you are. And slowly, with the intention of relaxing, tell the body to open. Intention can go a very long way. Okay. Now we'll bring our legs, knees together. And for the last pose that will ground us today, we're going to lengthen out. Keep the hamstrings straight, knees locked. Raise our arms up and lengthen the spine. We're getting ready for a forward fold. If some of you are using a belt, you can take that belt at this moment around your feet. And you can hold on tightly to the belt. I'm acting as if there was a belt. And pulling myself downwards, trying to bring my chest towards the thighs. Now I'm going to do it without the belt in the same way, trying to lean forward. Again, it's very important to maintain a straight back. We do not want to accentuate this hunch. That would defeat the purpose of posture correction in yoga. So if you're not able to keep a straight spine, I recommend that you stay in the original pose without bending and simply hold the belt in front of your feet, flex your toes backwards, and lock your knees. You're still getting a hamstring stretch. Take one more deep breath. And relax. And you can now take your feet in and sit in a Sukhasana position, crossing your legs. We'll end this class with a twist for the spine, taking our right hand up, elongating it, placing it 180 degrees behind you, taking your left hand, placing it on the right knee, and twisting your head and torso towards the back. Should open your right shoulder and bring your chin towards your shoulder. This is amazing for anyone that has diabetes or any abdominal tract issues. Inhale, coming back in the center. Raise your left arm up, place it behind you with your fingers facing the wall. Take your right hand on your left knee and gently turn towards the back. So we're in this pose, we're squeezing our pancreas, liver, abdominal organs, intestine. So it's releasing a lot of good blood. It's detoxifying us. It's letting the blood flow through these parts which are usually stagnant. Coming back into the center. Great. You can now bring your palms together. And we're going to close with an Om Shanti Shanti, after which I'll be taking any of your questions that you have about the last sequence. Closing your eyes gently. Inhale with the nose. Om. Shanti. Slowly open your palms, generating that earth element one last time and placing that energy on your eyes, cheeks, head, neck, and back. Namaste.